to Sigtuna in Sweden. Today I'm going to show you around Sigtuna, this wonderful, beautiful city just a bit north of Stockholm, which is known for its stone ruins of St. Olaf, St. Lawrence and St. Peter medieval churches. Just what you love, Edward, churches.
Love them saints, yes.
Churches. So we're gonna see some medieval churches, ruins. Then we're gonna wander on this street, which is Stora Gatan, said to be Sweden's oldest main street. Dates from the time of the 10th century King Edward the Victorious, and today it's a street full of shops. Really, Instagrammable place. I'm gonna show you around. Hope you will enjoy it. Come, let's explore it.
I'm looking for herring sandwich. I'm hoping to find it.
Obviously, if we have something interesting to tell you or show you, or we're a bit hungry, we will try to find something to eat, like a snack that's not gonna, leave us homeless. We're gonna show you that too. So what is this?
It's olive
Oil?
sweet oil, right? Jam, olive oil, olive jam. Why don't they make jam out of olives?
I don't know. Maybe they do. Gelato, Edward.
You want one?
Gelato? Sounds interesting, but I'm hungry. What about that herring sandwich?
Fine.
So we found this very cute, interesting wooden building, which apparently was built in 1741, 18th century, and apparently the first known owner, Superintendent Olaf Seilving, succeeded in salving the houses during the Great Fire on Whitsunday in 1744 by covering the walls with bed quilts and bed sails, which were kept wet. During the later part of the 18th century, a weaving mill was situated in the house for a few years. So basically, some of the houses have quite a long and interesting, maybe some eventful stories.
How did he know to keep the walls wet? Did he do it just in case of a fire, or when the fire started, he just took some sails and he threw it on the wall?
I think the latter. So I think this is a house that's now open as a museum, but I think we're a bit too late today. It's a Sunday afternoon. So as you can see, this main street, the oldest main street in Sweden, is quite lovely, but it's already really quiet. It's like 4:30 on a Sunday afternoon, and all shops are closed. There's the main restaurant over there, but somebody told us that it's not that great. And still waiting for my sandwich, Edward. I need to eat. I'm kind of starving. But there's also a waterfront here in Sigtuna because it's really close to Stockholm. As you know, Stockholm is like an archipelago. Most places here are close to the water, so let's go check that out. The waterfront in Sigtuna. Look, they sell honey here. Sverige honey.
Yes, I got some unsverige honey from Lidl. I think I got some cheap German honey. It was okay. I couldn't really tell the difference.
Edward, look where we stopped. Your favorite shop here in Sverige.
Suggesting I'm an alcoholic, which is not true, but yes, indeed, it is closed on a Sunday.
Afternoon.
No, it's closed the whole Sunday.
Oh, okay. Did not know. Thank you for the heads up. Oh no, look. Sunday. Yeah. So for those of you wondering, this is the shop where you have to come to buy normal beer or wine. They do not sell normal beer or wine in normal supermarkets because, they don't. Look what we have here. We have a book kiosk. Edward, please explain for us what is this book kiosk, and you can also take a look inside.
I don't
and
know
show
for
us.
sure, but I guess you just you can borrow a book, and you can leave a book here that somebody else can borrow. But I'm sort of fascinated by these places. They're all around the world. They tried to put a couple of them in Bucharest, in the center of town, and
That did not work out.
Not only tore them down, they just wrote like curse words and like tore the books apart.
So it says here, hope you find something interesting, and if possible, leave a book in return for someone else to read. We believe that shared stories unite us, and I believe that is super cute. Let's see if we can
believe
find...
that this would last for like 2 days in Bucharest.
We're in Sweden now. Let's see if we have, if they have anything in English.
No, they don't.
They don't?
Legend, maybe
this
Legend by William Peter Blatty. Maybe that's English. Emma by Jane Austen. Oh, they have Emma by Jane Austen.
Okay.
It's like a lady's book. This is Gwyneth Paltrow
Yeah.
when she was in Emma.
Oh.
Yeah?
But is that in English?
No.
Interesting.
It's just Emma. Just the name Emma is in English, but no. Otherwise it's not.
Anything interesting worth reading? You're the bookworm in our family.
Yeah, but I don't know Swedish. So. It's a lot of Swedish writers, because a lot of writers get published here. People in Sweden and Norway and Denmark actually read contemporary writers from their own countries. How about that? That's why people are so smart, so damn smart.
And the government pays them, right?
The government gives out a lot of grants, so you actually can publish your book, and they also buy a number of copies of your first novel, I think your first book, to put it in libraries across the country. And since they buy it, some of that money goes to you and the publishing house. So it's like a smart business.
Yeah. And what about that author from Norway that you were saying?
Yeah, because that's the only one we know. Carl Ove Knausgaard, he became internationally famous, and I think at some point they were saying that 1 in 6 people in Norway has one of his books at least.
He has like a bunch of books.
I have 6 of his books, and they take up like this much space, because one book is like, it's really, he writes a lot. Like, he doesn't bother to edit, but he's good.
A lot about his Norwegian lifestyle.
Yeah, and Swedish, because he lived in Stockholm for a while, but he didn't like it. He said it's very effeminate. Stockholm, the streets, he doesn't like the streets.
Looks like there is a Sigtuna Museum, which just closed at 4, like 40 minutes ago. But what can you see inside? Well, the museum tells the histories of Sigtuna municipality from the Stone Age, the Viking Age to the present day. So, a lot of history about the city. Seems that Sigtuna is the town where the Viking Age ended and the medieval age began. Our collections are based on the archaeological finds of the 10th century onwards. They reflect breathtaking international contacts and the seed of a kingdom. I'm not sure about that translation. Yeah. It was kind of confusing, but yeah, they've been here for a while, at least from the 10th century, and they've done some digging, so you're gonna find some stones, probably something like
so
this.
So 15 rune stones are part of the walk?
Yeah, so this is one of the runic stones, I think, right?
Wow, yeah.
Like in Sweden, you can easily find stuff like this. And yeah. So yeah, it seems that this is the map of the city. As you can see, it's not really big, so there you can go around for a walk and you can see all the 15 runestones, 12 in the medieval town site and 3 at this place. Yeah, and there's information for each. Most of them are explicitly Christian monuments.
It says cement.
Most of them are kept in the museum. Large number of names, both of men and women, can be found on the stones, but none of these persons are known from any other sources. We can assume they were not just anybody, but they belonged to the Christian elite.
So they were kind of like memorials, like you'd make a gravestone, I guess, similar to that.
But they were not doing crosses like other Christian communities. They were just doing this. And this is the waterfront. I think this is absolutely superb, gorgeous. I think this is the biking lane that we're walking on. Anyway, I believe this is the perfect light, so it's really beautiful. There is also another cafe over there. Maybe this time Eddie will feed me. What's this trail we're on?
It's a trail
Yes.
that leads
Where?
somewhere.
Where are we going on this trail? Look at
It's
it.
the kindergarten where the Queen of Sweden studied.
I think it's a school.
Or school.
So, we're going on this trail because apparently there is an official trail of Sigtuna, right?
Yeah, there's an official trail that takes you to this really famous school. Actually, this Swedish guy told me it's really famous.
Yeah. And also the old center, old city, and the buildings, and the church. 5 minutes into this walk and it's extremely sunny, and we ended up in this suburb area, which is absolutely pretty and charming, and there's nobody here. I don't know where all the people, like, if you're like in Sweden and you're like still hungry on a Sunday afternoon, you're either going to starve to death or, you know, find yourself a home where you can get yourself invited for dinner or something. Otherwise you're just lost. There's literally nothing. Nobody. It's empty.
Or you could have just got the burger from
Yeah, the
from one of the
20-euro
bistros
burger.
there, but
Yeah.
you just prefer to starve.
Yeah. Probably still very cheap. So here we are in front of the local school here in Sigtuna. We're not going in, so I cannot show you exactly how the building looks like because we would be trespassing in that case, so we are not doing that. We don't want to go to jail in Sweden. But allegedly...
Although I'm sure they'd feed us.
Yeah, probably they also have IKEA furniture. But allegedly here is the school where the Queen of Sweden went when she went to school. I cannot tell you any more than that because Google will not tell me any more than that. But yeah, this is what the local told us, and we got here and it looks like this. And there were some cars passing and they were looking at us kind of confused, so I hope they're not going to call the police on us, so let us go. Let's get moving. Edward, explain this.
You know, with enough persistence.
Explain this.
With enough persistence and time, you too could achieve what this snail achieved. Which is amazing. He's an inspiration for us all.
Really? How? Look at this ferocious animal hunting in the wilderness. Look, there are more.
Do you think they know how to fly?
I don't know, but they seem to have magical powers. Oh, look. Here too. And here. They're everywhere. Special kind of snails. Maybe. What are you eating?
Street food.
Is it good? It looks like you're enjoying it a lot.
It's great.
Have another.
No, I'm good.
Okay. So here we are at the ruins of a church. We made it to the ruins of the third church, which is St. Peter's Church, which was built in the 13th century to be the king's church. And for what I see, I don't know if this is the right place, we might be trespassing at work, but there's a tower over there and that's the ruin of the church. Let's go on the other side, just to make sure we're not trespassing. We made it in front of this tower, what's left of the church. If you ask me, it looks like it was recently rebuilt. Don't know exactly how you rebuilt the ruin, but this is what it looks like. And I'm gonna tell you what it says here on the St. Peter's Church is one of Sweden's oldest stone buildings. The ruins of the Church of St. Peter, named after one of the most important disciples of Jesus. This is what it says here. And the church was built at the end of the Viking Age in the late 11th century. At the time, Sigtuna had already existed as a town for 100 years. Almost all houses in the town were wooden structures, and buildings of stone did not exist at the time. These new massive stone structures and churches raised up against the sky, and probably they were kind of an impressive sight. I think they were built to, attract people. We do not know who built this church, but we believe that it might have been the king himself. After a short period, 6 to 8 stone churches were erected in Sigtuna. Beside the ruins of St. Peter's Church, other 3 churches can be found today. The ruins of them, of course, St. Olaf's, St. Mary, and a nameless ruin in the grounds of Sigtuna Museum, and St. Lars behind the old town hall. St. Peter's Church was built in the shape of a cross. It was 4 stories high. The church was used until the Reformation in 1530s, when it was abandoned and became a ruin. Towards the end of the 19th century, it became a protected monument and underwent restoration. So it was reconstructed and became a protected monument in 2020, and is now a ruin for as long as it was a church. So look what else we stumbled upon, a cemetery, I'm guessing here, from the Viking Age. Yes. If you're interested in that. So on the grounds of this ancient Viking Age graveyard is also this belfry, or however it's called, but unfortunately the original one burned in June 2016, and they built a similar one according to the drawings, probably pictures of the original one, but is now closed. However, this site offers some beautiful views over the city and the sea. So there's another church ruin over there. It's the ruins of St. Lars Church are over there, but unfortunately they're under, restoration. They're renovating the ruins, however that is. And yeah, there are other ruins that you can visit, however, in Sigtuna, so worry not, you will find your ruins. Edward, what are you doing there?
Just
So after a long day of Viking business, Eddie found another runic stone. This place is just beautiful. And here we are by the water in Sigtuna, one of the cute small towns near Stockholm. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. I definitely recommend visiting Sigtuna if you're already in Stockholm. It should take you about, half a day or less, depends on how long you want to stay around, take pictures, stuff like that. But yeah, you should definitely put it on your list if you're coming to Stockholm. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this tour of Sigtuna, Sweden. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.